It's too hot for me to do anything outside. At least for me anyway. So I'll just stay cool today. 3 kittens are trying to stay cool too. At least they're in the shade. Mama cat's right here. Get out of my face. What are you doing? That's it, kitties. Stay cool. She's right here by her babies. Her babies are in there. Yeah, you're doing okay. You got water and you got food and you got your babies to keep you company. So everything's good. That's it. Go on. Go on, get in there with your babies. Go on. You don't. I guess you're okay. Alright, girl. It's still 96 degrees at 6 p.m. So I'm glad I didn't do nothing today. Too hot. At least for me it's too hot at my age. Cattle appear to be okay. Not sure where the other two are, but I'm sure they're around, probably in the water. But I don't feel like going to look. Next time I cut grass up front in the driveway, I'm gonna, instead of waiting for the grass to dry, I'm gonna rake it up green and then fill in the rest of those boxes, so I can preserve some of the moisture in the ground there. I've been watering these lemongrass every evening. Yeah. Because it is pretty hot. It's supposed to be cool off. Tomorrow's still going to be hot. And then I think Thursday, today's Tuesday, on Thursday I think that's when it gets down in the 80s again. So that'll feel good. A little cooler. Well, sun's pretty hot today. I can feel it on my back. And it's already evening. That's what it was this afternoon. Yeah, it was really hot today. The pond down here is drying up. Yeah. This would be a good time of the year to have it dug out. But I can't do it. I can't do it this year. I don't know if I can do it next year either, but I don't know. We'll see. It's a thought that counts, right? I'm thinking about it, but I just don't have the money to spare. That's all. Looks like that poplar tree leaves are starting to turn yellow near the bottom. And the other tree there died on top. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is though, that one there. The top died off. The bottom looks like it's okay. Still got green leaves down there. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with that poplar. We'll see. If it dies, it dies. That's what happens. Okay. That's all. There's that culvert I put in the spring, so I can drive out from this way in the wintertime when the conditions are okay. If it ain't too muddy. Yeah. I had a hard time getting up after I put this in. I had a hard time driving up and down here, in and out, especially there, because of all the mud and it's real slick. But now with some grass growing here and weeds, I'll probably have a little bit better traction. We'll see how it works out this winter. So I want to feed hay here again like I did before. Yeah. Kind of like to hang down here anyway during the winter months. Even when I feed them over there, I feed them over there on the bottom of that hill, they would still come over here and rest. Yeah. So that's why I start feeding hay here this spring, or earlier this year, I should say. And some of the bales, the grass is growing where the bales were. Yeah, but this is still a low spot, and this is probably where I still feed them, in this low spot. Build this up a little bit. Help control the erosion, because the water comes out this way from where I'm standing. Comes down this little branch from the garden. Oh well, we'll see how it works out this winter. Later this week, when it cools off, I'm going to cut this here grass and break up the cut grass when it's still green, and add it to the garden around the lemongrass. Yeah, sometime I'm going to have to start working on cutting these weeds with either a sickle, or I got that big cutting tool that I repaired the handle of a while back. It's been a while. I haven't used it yet, but that's how I broke it. I was cutting too many big trees with it, but these are all small weeds, so I shouldn't have no problem cutting these with it. Except it's on a hill, so it's hard to cut on a hill. I can do some from the top, and then I'll have to do the others from the bottom. We'll see how it works out. It's going to take a little energy to swing that thing. It's going to take a while to get this done. Oh, there's a few big weeds on this hill, but not too many. I think I got some big ones down there, but that won't be too hard either. It's in a ditch, which won't be easy, but it won't be as hard as the hill behind me. Yeah, I'll cut these big weeds out. Don't know if I want to do that first or cut the grass first. Yeah, I need to cut the grass here too. Pretty thick. I can't cut too much down there because it's when they were mowing it, the weeds here this spring, when it was wet, they left a big rut there, and I don't want to get my lawnmower stuck in that rut. Pretty good sized rut too. I can cut on the end, not the very end, but past that last white jug, yeah, to the culvert, and then up here I can cut up here. But I'll cut what I can cut. We'll see. I guess it's just something to do. But now, during this heat wave, the last hot day is supposed to be tomorrow. So after that, I might get some more work done. Okay, Shadow, let's go back in the house. Of course, I don't think you can follow me. There's no sun in the house. Getting pretty big. Yeah, I'll probably cut it Wednesday if it cools down. No, tomorrow's Wednesday. I mean Thursday. Tomorrow's still hot, in the mid-90s anyway, like today. But after that, it's supposed to be down in the 80s again. Gotta cut this too. Well, I sprayed that, but for some reason that one weed don't want to die. It must be immune to my spray, my weed killer. Well, I'm going to close this gate because I want to let the cattle back in there around the garden again. I think that cow knows what I'm going to do. The other one's over there. So I'm going to go open the gate and see who comes in. Okay. Let's open the gate. Here she comes. They're all coming now. Yeah. She's coming. Now you know what that gate open means. Yeah. Be cautious. You never know. I sprayed this area by the road, so there won't be nothing here for them to eat. But everything else is good down in there. It's real lush down in that way. That's why I opened it up, because when I was walking through there down there, it was looking pretty good. There's nothing here because I sprayed this one. I got tired of the grass being on the road. But they'll start eating in there. Bully's bringing up the rear. Aren't you, Bully? Yeah. Yeah. They're eating. This is the only rotational grazing I can do here. I just don't have enough space. or land to do it better. That's it, bully. Oh, look, look where he's going to go first, right to the water. Yeah, right to the water, ain't it? You don't waste time with that, do you? You were just in the pond. I could see it. His legs are wet. He was in the water, but that don't stop him from drinking out of there. He'd drink out of the big one too if there was any water in it. It's almost empty. Yeah, he's got some flies. I just charged the water up the other day, so they got flies, but it could be worse. Yeah. What's the matter, boy? Flies bothering you a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. Look at this horns. They're getting big. Yeah, he's getting big too. He's as big as they are now, or maybe a little bigger. I don't know. He's got that Italian white blood in him, so he could get bigger, or he should get bigger. He's a 2-year-old plus. So, well, girls and boy, enjoy your time out here in this new grass. Yeah, I still like to section that off down in there to have more rotational grazing. I just need money to buy more fencing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to work if I can do it. But it's something to think about. Yeah. That way they always have fresher grass to eat. Alright, I think that's all for today. Hot. I'm even in the shade and I'm hot. Time to go back in the house where it's cooler. One more day of this extreme heat. Well, I guess it ain't that extreme. I guess you could say it's a normal summer in the 90s. But I ain't gonna work in the heat if I don't have to. Yeah. There's nothing that important I need to do anyway. Hey, kitty. Hi, Mama Kitty. Yeah, you got your babies. I see 2. Where's the third one at? Where's the other one at? Huh? What'd you do with the other one? Should be 3 in there. I see 2. Yeah. Maybe it's behind you. I just don't see it anywhere. Your one rear leg looks funny. Yeah, the one next to the kitten. Yeah, well, there should be 3 in there, but I don't see it. But I'll check it later after she comes out. Okay. 7:53 p.m. Sun going down.